was Ricochet. Oh god. Can I kill him? Can I kill him? Nope. Nope. He won't hit me. Doesn't matter because I got a shit ton of health. Oh, I got a war cry. Never mind. Oh, Ricochet again. No! Oh my god, Oski!
I said I'm moving too far. Get to Grunt.
Damn, dude, this thing does hit hard. What's going on, guys? My name is Roundedtiktak, and welcome back to another video. Today, we're going to be talking about the Grunt, the brand new assault rifle that was just released. Is it good? Should you level it up? How should you level it up? What build should you play it on? Because there are definitely two you might want to check out, and one of them doesn't have Totally Rocking Out, which I know not a lot of people have. Bases are completely broken, but we're talking about the Grunt. Let's get into it. Now, the Grunt is an interesting weapon. The one I have personally isn't the one I want, so I'm not leveling it up just yet. I do plan on it though. I really enjoy weapons like this. This is reminiscent of the Hunter Killer, except it just rolls better and hits a lot harder, but has a smaller magazine. There are the new 6 perks, and we need to talk about them because this is one of 2 that I actually suggest using it on. You can see here, this one we have standing in place for 2 seconds, grants 11% damage, stacks up to 5 times. That's 55% extra damage. In reality, that's going to add around 40 to 55,000 damage in a full party. This thing stacks up pretty well in this scenario. My main gripe about this weapon is the range, only at 4,096 when you have something like a fully automatic assault rifle like the Wraith at 5,120. That kind of irks me here. The weapon like this needs to have long range on it. Specifically, if you're going to give us a perk that makes us stand still for 10 seconds to get bonus damage and not release a sniper in a military set yet, then this is going to take the place of that sniper being a single target long range weapon. Since it only has a 4,000 range, it's just kind of, I don't know, an oxymoron. I'm not a huge fan of the range, but I really do enjoy the weapon. Now, you may see it being rolled a little weird here, but that's on purpose. Out of all of the ones that I tried, and trust me, I had at least 6 or 7 or 5 or 6 of them that were differently rolled. This is the one I kept coming back to. Once this is fully stacked, once Totally Rocking Out activates on Sledgehammer, you're hitting for 610,000 damage per shot per headshot crit. That's insane. The fire rate is at almost 4. So do the math, 600,000 times 4, it's a ton of damage for an assault rifle. However, you do not only need to use this on Sledgehammer. There's another build, and that's exactly what this is rolled for. Another question you may be asking yourself is, why does this have headshot damage? TikTak, you always say that headshot damage is bad. I do. I hate it. I'm not a big fan of it, except in a scenario like this. This specific Grunt is leveled up for Rio. This one right here. That's why it has reload speed on the top perk, because we now have a 1.3 reload time with, if we're using Rio, we have 6 bullets that are guaranteed to crit. So our crit chance uptime is at like 80%, which is amazing. And we're not even using Totally Rocking Out. The rest of the build is crit damage, and headshot damage. If you do not plan on playing Rio, or you do not have Totally Rocking Out, I would 100% change this 4th perk right here. Sorry, I can't show you. This one's just in my backpack, to critical rating. But I would also 100% not accept a party invite from Mago Jesus, but keep this top perk to reload speed. Let's take a look at what kind of hero you might want to use.
That's not bad.
Definitely not. Remember I got a war cry? Never mind. Don't need the war cry. My bad. My bad for asking. First build we're going to talk about, which a lot of you guys have been tweeting and showing me in comments and stuff, is First Shot Rio. Now, here's the thing about First Shot Rio. she's good. There's nothing wrong with this character. And the build that we put together here is fantastic if you're one of those players who likes an all-around decent build in all aspects. Has survivability, has a ton of damage, you know, has cooldown, everything that you want in the build. It's here. This is a really strong all-around build. What she does is after reloading, you get 6 shots that have 100% crit chance. Since the Grunt only has 8 bullets, you're good to go 80% of the time for a guaranteed crit. Now that crit is not going to do as much damage as somebody like Sledgehammer with the next build that we're going to be talking about, but it's guaranteed. The sustained damage is there. And then on top of that, you do not need to run Totally Rocking Out. You can use Blast from the Past. You can use Happy Holidays. You can use Preemptive Strike. You can use whatever you really want. Here, the rest of the build is Battle Beat, Assault crit damage, Saurian Hide for some tankiness, Saurian Might. This on this character, your crit headshots are hitting for around 233,000 damage, plus 50 to 60,000 with the Saurian Might perk. So on average, 310,000. It's good. It's very, very strong. And then assault damage. However, in perfect scenarios, this build right here will hit for 610,000 damage a shot. We have assault crit damage. Now remember how the weapon is rolled. Reload, crit damage, headshot damage. No critical rating there. So this is one of the highest DPS weapons that or the highest DPS ways you can roll this. And since it has that reload perk on it, it really feels nice to use. We're bringing First Assault here because the magazine is so small and the reload speed is so small. Battle Beat, assault damage, fumble because we were testing in SSDs. You can use wafers if you want, and locked and reloaded. It takes less than 5 seconds to empty out the magazine, so you are almost guaranteed 15% extra damage at all times. These are the builds we tried. And let's just talk about some of the comparisons you may make to other weapons in the game. All right, so we are back in a war games with mini bosses. I am solo. The enemies are level 125. We're going to be testing out the Grunt. You can see here we have a mini boss that just spawned. Let's see exactly how well we can do. I want to be able to get our 6 perk to stack as fast as we can. So we're just going to, not move at all. And then once we think it's around good, Totally Rocking Out is not activating. I don't know why, but let's just start shooting. 8 shots. Almost dead. I gotta be careful though that I don't die because I am solo. Oh. There we go. Dead. 1 down, 1 mini boss down. The damage is really, really good. All of these military weapons seem to be very single target orientated, and that's fine as long as you don't have one that can already do that. A weapon that really reminds me of it is something like the Rat King, but the fire rate on this is much faster. This is the fire rate of the Grunt, and this is the fire rate of the Rat King. So a little faster here in this sense, but let's see the difference in damage that they can do. With the Grunt, without Totally Rocking Out, which really sucks, but once we do start critting, they phase shift through walls. That's exactly what I knew what was going to happen, and we'll be fine. And this is the Rat King, 274,000. So similar numbers, very similar. Vortex is another thing to talk about. This is the Rat King, 252,000 on headshot crits. And this one, let's see what we can do here. I'm going to do my best to stand still. 274. That is a problem. Vortex is definitely a problem on these mini bosses. So 212,000 with this one. The range on the Rat King, I believe, is shorter. We'll check in a second though. And I don't know what it is that I'm not getting any Totally Rocking Out activating. I don't know why that is, but there's nothing I can do about it. I have traps. They should be killing things. All right, so this is the first time I'm really playing solo with this weapon, and although it still performs admirably, it seems to definitely be better used in a party. Having it in a party allows you to kind of stand still more. The enemies aren't just focusing you, so you can run around and actually, stay in one position and not have to worry about every single husk hitting you. They're going to be hitting your teammates. They're going to be hitting, the trap tunnels and everything else. But me being solo in here, there's not enough enemies for my traps to give me Totally Rocking Out. But let's try one more wave and see if it's, working. I'm actually quite impressed that the Rat King keeps up with this. Again, this one is rolled like so we really do need Totally Rockin' Out to get these guaranteed crits. That's not in our favor here. This one does have a crit rating. It does have the same range. See what I mean? A weapon like the Rat King and a weapon like the Grunt should not have the same range. I'm really surprised that it only has a range of 4,000. It's really kind of surprising to me. Another thing to make note of is that this weapon's actually quite good on defenders. Let's grab her with this one. Let's see what she can do. The fact that it hits so hard and it's so accurate makes it work pretty well. If you watch my shotgun video, you'll know that I said that most of these videos are going to be comparison videos, and that a lot of the times the weapons that are already out perform better, and it's kind of what we're seeing here. On top of that, the Rat King, if you happen to have one, is a very niche weapon. Not a lot of people use it, but it does hit multiple targets if they're in a choke point. Oh, we got a football. Let's go. Let's see what we can do here. 267,000, 322,000 as I was standing still with Totally Rockin' Out. So again, if Totally Rockin' Out kicks in and that 6 perk kicks in, you're looking at a lot of damage. In this case, I can't really do much about it because I'm in endurance and there's just not enough enemies spawning. And that's really it, guys. That is the Grunt, the brand new shotgun, the brand new assault rifle from the military 2.0/spy set. Like I said in the shotgun video, there's already weapons in the game that do what these things do, and sometimes even better. The fact that you have to stand still to get an extra 55% damage in solos makes 0 sense, but in a party and you can pull it off, the extra damage is definitely worth it. This is one of the only ones that I would suggest running that 6 perk on. Otherwise, go slow and snare. Regardless, it's up to you if you guys want to level it. I think it's pretty decent for what it does. The main gripe I have about it is the range. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you're new to the channel, think about subscribing. We are really close to 30,000 subscribers, and that's all thanks to you. If you guys want to support the channel in any way, you can always use creator code OOTIKTAKOO. And very lastly, if you guys want to come check us out on Twitch, we stream 5 days a week over at twitch.tv/roundedtiktak. I'd love to see you there. Thank you guys so much for watching. I will see you on the next one. TikTak out.